Kristina Delgado, and I am the host tonight of this business opportunity call. We call it a business opportunity because at the end of the day, that's what it is. It's really an opportunity for you to make a decision whether you want to join us on this crazy awesome journey that we're on, of health and fitness and business, and having a great time and making an extra income. And that really is a decision that you make, whether you want that as part of this journey for you. I've been a coach now for almost 5 years. It's crazy. My story started off because I wanted the discount on Shakeology, and my sister had signed up to be a coach, and I was one of her first Shakeology customers. And 65 pounds later, I fell in love with not only Shakeology, but the company itself, and decided that I wanted to be a coach too. And I just wanted my products cheaper, right? I want to be a smart consumer. And my story was just, my work in losing weight, and people started asking me what I was doing. And I was a little hesitant to get involved on the business side because I was a wife, a mom of 2 little ones. They were really little at the time. And I was also a lawyer. And I said was because I'm no longer a lawyer because of this amazing opportunity. But back then I was juggling all these things. And so I really didn't have the quote unquote time to do this business. So I thought. But people just started asking me, what are you doing to lose weight? And I felt so good. If you haven't drank Shakeology, you need to. It's the most amazing thing. It'll give you energy. It just improves everything about your life and lifestyle and health lifestyle. And so I became like a walking, talking billboard for Beachbody. So, that's how my story started. From there, I started sharing what I loved. And I loved the products at the time. I loved P90X, and then another program came out called Asylum, and I fell in love with that program, got amazing results. So I just started sharing, because why hold back something that can potentially change so many lives? And from what started as a business between my sister and I 5 years ago, right now we've eclipsed 8,000 coaches on our team. Our team has kind of grown with the network, with Team Beachbody. It's been an amazing ride. My sister retired, I retired, from, 6-figure jobs. It wasn't, something that was something we took lightly. We worked real hard to get to a position where we not only matched our day job incomes, but exceeded them and continue to exceed them now. But it's not only us. So many of our team members have been able to do the same. And it's amazing. And of course, I don't want to scare you. Lots of people don't have that goal. I didn't. I truthfully am sitting here telling you the truth that I never wanted to leave my job. So don't be scared that I'm telling you, join Beachbody so that you can fire your boss. Obviously you can if you get there, but that's not the point. The point is that it can evolve into many things. It could evolve into something so big, but at the same time, you get to decide what you want to do with it. Do you just want the discount? Which is perfectly fine. That's what I did when I signed up. Do you want to make a couple extra bucks a month? A lot of times people, they see this, big picture of someone retiring from their job, but at the end of the day, an extra $100 a week, an extra $500 a month make a big difference in somebody's life. I know when I became a coach and I started growing my income, and I'll talk about that later on, but when I started growing my income, I realized this is really helpful. Being able to pay more than minimum payments on credit cards, being able to save money for the first time, being able to go out to dinner without stressing out. I mean, these little things, this opportunity was making possible for my family and for so many different families. I mean, our team is just full of amazing people, and it's called Diesel Nation. If you don't know that, it's a name my sister and I came up with. It just power, I guess. That's where it comes from. And our team is just incredible. We're like family. We have an amazing culture, and it's just awesome. So I wanted to just give a brief intro to that, and hopefully you feel my passion, because this opportunity to me is so special. You're able to, be an entrepreneur, set your own business hours. You're the boss. You get to call the shots. It's for the first time I felt like I owned something. It belonged to me. No one could tell me what to do. I did it my way. I learned, I made mistakes, but I grew from it. And I want to point out that this opportunity is not one where we're just talking about money, money, money. In fact, Beachbody is kind of the opposite of that. We really give you a life experience with this opportunity. Not only will you get in great shape and improve your health dramatically. I mean, I have coaches that, reverse diabetes, have lowered cholesterol, lowered blood pressure. I have coaches that have lost 100 pounds or are on their way to losing 100 pounds. And things like that are just mind-blowingly amazing. So not only health and fitness, but friendships and relationships. You grow yourself, so the relationships around you start to improve. I know this might sound odd to some people, but it's the absolute truth. We get to spend time together as a team. We get to travel because of Beachbody. I remember when I first decided to pursue this as a business opportunity, they said, well, if you do certain things as a coach, you can go to the Bahamas. And I sat there and I was like, my gosh, Danny and I, my husband and I, had not traveled like for 6 years because we were broke. We did not have, what I like to say, we did not have money at the end of our month. We were living paycheck to paycheck. We didn't have money. And then I got pregnant and we had a kid coming, so that just nothing was happening there. And then DJ came and they said, if you want to go to the Bahamas, you just have to do the XYZ, and you'll learn all that when you become a coach. But I was like, for real? Like, I can do that by just helping people? I get to go on this amazingly crazy good trip. And I did it, and we continue to do that. And that first trip, it was just me and my sister. And from there, we've been to Disney World, we've been to California, Las Vegas, we're going to Nashville, we've been on a cruise, we just came back from Cancun, Mexico. I mean, these are the kinds of experiences that you get to get with this opportunity. That's why I like to call it an opportunity. So I promised you I was going to keep it short, and knowing me, I could talk and talk and talk for a long time about this because I love it so much. But I wanted to break it down in simple terms so that you guys understand the business. You're able to leave this call and say, okay, I remember when she said that. And so I like to do it by covering the who, what, when, where, how. Kind of like when you're in elementary school and your teacher breaks down a story and you're able to remember it, the parts of the story in that sense. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. So who are Beachbody coaches? Well, we're Beachbody customers, right? We're people that have fallen in love with Shakeology, with our fitness programs, with our nutritional programs, with the 21-day fix, which is so popular. We've gotten great results. People are asking us about our results, and we're deciding to go ahead and share that with other people. You don't have to have any kind of certification or nutrition, be a personal trainer. You don't have to have a six-pack. We don't look a certain way. I will tell you that our team, I call us the United Nations of Beachbody. Everybody looks completely different. We come from every single background, every single occupation. We have, from lawyers to doctors, but we have stay-at-home moms, dads, accountants, real estate agent. I mean, you name it, there's a professional or a person on our team that has that title. So you fit in. You're a Beachbody coach. If you look in the mirror, you're a Beachbody coach. We have people that are starting their fitness journey, and we have people that are in amazing shape and doing fitness competitions. It doesn't matter. The point is that you have a story, that you have tried our products or in the process of trying our products and say, you know what, I really like this. I feel good. I love this process. I like being part of a group. I love my coach. This is awesome. I want to be able to share this with other people and help other people. Well, then you're a coach. You're already a coach. You just haven't signed up yet. So who? It's anyone. Anyone can be a coach in the United States, Canada, and Puerto Rico. When and where? These are the easy ones. You could do it whenever and wherever. I always say that if you have, I don't have my cell phone because my son has it, but if you have a cell phone, you can do this business. We primarily do our business on social media, but also, phone calls, text messages. It's very mobile. This business is very mobile. You don't have to have an office. In fact, you're looking at my office. It is not very pretty. It's not very put together. I can do it from anywhere. My sister right now is in our Key Largo home doing her business from there. You can do it on vacation if you want or not. I mean, really, it's up to you. So you can customize your business. So it's not like having a store, right? Or a restaurant. And obviously those cost a lot of money to start. And we'll talk about signing up here because it's like virtually nothing. It's crazy because of the opportunity that it provides. But, where you have to work 7 days a week if you're a business owner, you have to stress out about paying the bills, about employees, about insurance, about inventory. That you don't stress about when you're a Beachbody coach. It is really, truly the coolest thing I've ever been a part of. And you can do it from wherever and whenever. How do we do it? Well, I mentioned a little bit, we do it through social media. I like to use Facebook, but you can use any medium. Face-to-face is one of my favorite things because people get to see you. That's why I like doing these calls on video, so you get to see me. But we host challenge groups on Facebook. It's very simple. It's, you get your group of people together that are doing, let's say, the 21-day fix, and you help them. That's it. That's how we do it. There's so many different ways. And obviously, you do it however you want to do your business because you're the boss. Why do we do it? This is the one that I, kind of tugs at the heartstrings because it's powerful. Everybody's reason for being a Beachbody coach is different. I will tell you the global reason why there is Beachbody, why there are coaches. It's because we need them. Short to the point, we need us. The trend of obesity in this country, in the world, is out of control. The trend of childhood obesity is out of control. And if we as coaches can impact that trend in our own homes, we are making a difference. And that is why we do this. We are saving people's lives. We are saving our future's lives because we, working out at home, eating healthy, having our containers with the 21-day fix, and drinking that shake every single day is setting a positive and powerful example for our future, and that's our children. So even if you don't have children or you do have children, consider the impact that you can make to those around you, your family, their health. How important is that to you? To me, it's everything. There's nothing more important. No dollar bill, no fancy car, nothing that can take the place of the impact that I can make on my family, friends, and loved ones that are around me every single day because I said yes to this. I said yes to being a Beachbody coach. It's super powerful. Now, why on a personal level? That's up to you. Do you want to just get healthy and fit? Do you want to earn an income? Is there a reason why you want to earn that income? Do you want to pay your gas, pay your mortgage, pay your vacation? Do you want to come home? Do you want to be your own boss and not have to answer to anyone else? This is kind of the opportunity that can get you there if you work hard, obviously, and you have a vision of that future for yourself. But why is that? That's very personal, and it's something that can change over time. I remember when I started, and just to get a little personal so you understand how the evolution of this works, I just wanted to wear a bikini. God honest truth, I just wanted to be able to put on a bathing suit. And so then I accomplished that because of P90X, Shakeology, and Asylum. I did it. So from there, it evolved into my credit card debt because I had started my business and I had started helping others. And Danny and I had, I can't even tell you how or why, but we had like $30,000 in credit card debt. This is aside my student law loans, even some loans that I still had over from undergrad. 30,000 in credit card debt. And I was paying minimum payments for about 10 years. Some of you, this might hit home. This was, I swear that I woke up every night with this burden on me because of this debt. So I knew that this was going to be the opportunity, the thing that was going to get us out of that credit card debt. And I just said, you know what? I'm going to have a 2-year plan of doing this, and I'm going to work hard, and I'm going to learn this business, and I'm going to make this happen. I believe in it. I love helping people. I'm going to go after it, and I'm going to get us out of credit card debt. Remember, I never wanted to leave my job. I never wanted to leave my job. I loved being a lawyer. I did it in a year. In a year, we got rid of $30,000 of credit card debt. And it was the most liberating feeling I have ever felt. That could be something you accomplish because of this opportunity. So don't write it off. You know, it could start small. It can start, I want to be in a bikini, or I want to make, like my sister, $40 a week. That was her initial goal in this business 5 years ago, was to make $40. This, I don't know, 2 months ago, she was inducted into the Millionaires Club. So you could start small, but dream big, because a lot of good things can happen in a shorter amount of time, depending on the work and the effort that you put into your business. So let's get into some of the stuff that you want to hear. Like, first, how do you sign up? If you say yes, right? If you say after this call, you say, I want to be a part of this. I want to be a part of this movement. I want to be a part of Diesel Nation. I want, you know, income, health, fitness. I want to go on these trips, you know, one or all of them. How do you do it? Well, if you've bought a challenge pack from your coach, you know, 21-day fix, and Shakeology is on sale right now. If you haven't bought one, that's probably the one I would suggest. It's an amazing program. If you have bought a challenge pack, then you could actually sign up as a coach and get the $40 fee refunded. So in my experience, the best bet, the best option for signing up as a coach is to do it with a challenge pack, because you don't have to pay the $40 sign up fee. When I signed up as a coach, I had to pay a $40 sign up fee, and I will tell you right now that I would pay $500 if I knew what this business could offer. And I bet you ask anyone, you can ask the coach that invited you to this group, they would say the same. And it's crazy how I get pushback sometimes when, you know, when someone says $40 to sign up, I'm like, are you kidding me? You know, think about opening a store or anything, any other kind of business will cost you thousands of dollars. I know, because I had one. My sister and I had businesses before, and not only did we lose our tails, but we had to invest a lot of money. We had to carry inventory, we had to carry insurance, we had to do all these things that you don't need with Beachbody. Beachbody is, you have your phone, you have a computer, you have yourself, you have your selfies, you have your workouts, you drink your Shakeology, there's your business. That's what we do. We share our stories. So you can sign up with the challenge pack or pay that $40 fee. It's completely up to you. I suggest everybody drink Shakeology. So the challenge pack is the best way to go. Now, each month, as part of our overhead, we pay a $15.95 business fee per month. But at the same token, we get a 25% discount on everything. So your Shakeology actually comes out to about $99 a month, and then you pay $15.95 also for your websites. You have 3. You have a whole online office to run your business with training, with everything. And you also get provided customer service, and Beachbody takes care of all of our inventory and shipping. You don't have to worry about that. So it's a great, great, great bargain for $15.95 to be able to have all these tools to run your business. Now, how do we earn, right? That's probably the million-dollar question. You've heard me say that, I started off as a coach, didn't really want to work the business, and now I'm, almost 5 years into the business. I will say that in 3 years, I matched my salary as a lawyer. In 4 years, I doubled it. This year, I'm set to triple or quadruple my salary as a lawyer because of Beachbody. I know it sounds stupid, but it's the truth. I'm not here to boast. I rarely talk about income, but I want to know. I've actually been criticized on these calls for not talking about this. So I wanted to make sure that you guys got a glimpse of the opportunity and how we do it. In Beachbody, I think there's like 6 different ways you can earn an income. Let's just talk about some of the basic ones. The first one is retail, right? We sell products. We sell Shakeology, we sell challenge packs, that's a fitness program and Shakeology. We sell a bunch of nutritional programs and products. We sell the fitness programs by themselves. And generally speaking, you'll make a 25% commission off of that. Challenge packs, you'll have a higher commission because obviously it's 2 things. You have your fitness program and your Shakeology. So for instance, if you sell a 21-day fixed challenge pack this month because it's on sale, you earn a $35 commission. If the challenge pack costs $160, you make a $40 commission. And one of the goals each month for us as Beachbody coaches, what you'll learn when you become a Beachbody coach, is that we try to help at least 3 people a month with challenge packs. So, think about it. You're earning, 3 times 40, or, it's $120 a month. If you keep doing that, maybe push a little bit harder and also keep people drinking Shakeology, that income, that retail income, can slowly start to grow over time. Let's talk about the biggest portion of our income, which can come from what we call team cycle bonus. Now, I don't want to get too complicated. I don't want to lose you. But when you hear about network marketing, about, companies like this, you hear the term a lot, residual income. Probably you've heard that term. That means it's income based on the productivity of your team. Okay, this is where, for instance, this is like where my 90% of my paychecks are team cycle bonus. It means that we have a large team and they're obviously helping a ton of people. They also have teams of themselves. And so my team cycle bonuses have way surpassed my retail income. So when you start off as a coach, mostly your income will come from retail, from selling challenge packs, from selling Shakeology, from getting people onto our products. As you grow in the business, as you start bringing in coaches into the business and start growing your own team of, fitness warriors and health warriors, then you start seeing what we call residual income. And, you get different amounts at different levels. As an Emerald coach, which is the first rank in the business, you can make $14 a cycle. Emerald coaches cap out at $250. So as an Emerald coach, in cycle bonuses, the maximum you can earn is $250. Skipping ahead to Diamond, if you're a Diamond coach, you cap out in cycle bonuses at $2,000. And the maximum amount of cycles one coach can earn in 1 week as a 15-star Diamond coach is $12,000 a week in cycle bonuses. So I hope I satisfied some of you that want to know about income, because it can be pretty amazing. Now, this is all stuff you learn, but you see, it's not, chump change we're talking about here. It could actually make wealth. It can create wealth. But like I said, everybody has their own goals. Everybody has their own aspirations. We love everybody in every journey that they're on, whether it's health and fitness, whether it's income, whether it's retirement, whatever. Our team is all about you and what you want to achieve, and we're going to help you achieve that. There's other avenues of income with Beachbody. There's, something we call matching bonus. There's, now we have on demand, which is live streaming of workouts, which is super cool. If you want to join on demand for $40 a quarter, you actually get access to like almost all of our fitness programs on your phone or on your computer. So if you sell someone on demand, which is what we call club membership, then you earn a 50% commission off of that. So you actually earn like 20 bucks off of that. So that's another way of earning an income through Beachbody. But at the end of the day, we get paid on a weekly basis. So, when I said, an Emerald coach can cap out at $250, that's per week. So at the end of the day, if you're capping out as an Emerald coach, then you could be making what? $1,000 a month. That's serious money. So that's kind of in a nutshell, the Beachbody income opportunity. I didn't get too crazy. If you want more information on that, you can actually read our policies and procedures and our compensation plan, which covers all of this. As a lawyer, I've read it probably 10 times already, so I know our comp plan like the back of my hand, but it is a powerful comp plan. You can make a really good living off the Beachbody business opportunity. So I'm going to end there. What time is it? Woo, 9:27. I said I was going to be 30 minutes. I'm so glad that you listened. We have almost 100 viewers. That's amazing. Thank you. This opportunity is special to me. This is kind of when I get a little emotional because I love these calls. These are my favorite. I love training new coaches. I love team calls. I love all that stuff. But these to me are the most special because it would be wrong for me or for your coach that invited you to this call not to have shared this with you, not to have cared about you enough to say, you know what, number one, I think you're going to be an amazing coach, but number two, this can literally change your life. So why don't you just listen for 30 minutes? That's special to me. I don't want to hide this opportunity from anyone. My mission now is not about fancy cars or dollar bills. I've never been about that, ever. Like I said, I never wanted to retire from the practice of law. That was not in my goal sheet. My mission now is to help other people live healthy, fulfilling, and crazy, awesome, secure financial lives, because we can. Even in a state of financial crisis, we've built this business. Think about the last 5 years in the United States alone and the financial crisis that we fought through. Some of you might have been hit hard, and I know that. But in those years where the United States was suffering, where you were suffering, where unemployment was at an all-time high, the people on our team were enjoying an extra income, sometimes replacing their income and coming home to their families. Think about that. That is powerful. That a business of health and fitness, of not only getting you healthy and fit, but helping other people get healthy and fit, can do that for you, then I would say take a close look at it. And like Tony Robbins told me earlier this year, no great opportunity ever comes from the word no. Just say yes. Stop thinking about what could go wrong and start thinking of what could go right, because you're looking at someone that it's gone right. You're looking at someone that leads a team that has it right and is going in the right direction. So I'm going to say goodnight there. I hope to see you as the newest member of Diesel Nation. We're heading into some exciting times, guys. Summit, our national convention, is just next month. We have the release of an amazing new program called Size. The buzz around this program is huge. You want to be able to share that with people. You want to be able to be on the ground when Size is released and be able to share that with people. I'm calling it now. It's going to be the replacement of Zumba. Yeah, that's a big word, I know, but I'm saying it. You want to be a part of this. So I hope to see you on Diesel Nation, and have a great night.